of the Woolly Wolverine podcast. My name is Laura and I am the host. Today is the 7th of May and it is a Monday. It's a bank holiday Monday here in Ireland, so we have the day off, which is glorious. Just really extends the weekend, which is really nice. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Woolly Wolverine and Wolverine on Ravelry. I'll have it all linked down below if you want to go check it out. The Ravelry group has been pretty quiet lately. I do have plans to start up another knit along soon, so definitely check that out in later episodes to come. The plans for that are underway. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys. It's been about 2-3 weeks since I last podcast, so yes, I have been busy. So where will I start? Start with FOs. So, the main FO, I suppose, is what I'm wearing. So this is my Tania. I was at the Babbles retreat a couple of weeks ago and we were discussing how Caitlin Hunter would pronounce her pattern names. We're having a bit of trouble pronouncing them, but this is the Tania, I think is what we went with, kind of top, which is a very popular pattern at the moment. I'll see, I'll probably, if I try and kneel up, it won't really work. Ooh, to show you the lace. So here it is. This is the lace, and you can kind of see the different colourway lines where I didn't alternate skeins as well as I should have. It's kind of just before elbow length, kind of t-shirt length, rounded collar, and yeah, cropped to a point, and that's it. And I really like it. It's kind of awkward to show while I'm sitting on my bed, but hopefully you can see it. I'll try and put in pictures. I haven't taken pictures of it yet, but I'll probably try to take some after this and I'll insert them here hopefully so you can see it a bit better. But this is knit out of Malabrigo in the Zazamore colourway Malabrigo sock, and I think I used about 2.5 skeins. So it is cropped, so it isn't as much yardage. I did lengthen it slightly. I think it was more cropped than this in the suggested in the pattern, but I knew I kind of wanted it a little bit longer because I have a bit of a longer torso, and it's short sleeves, so I didn't get stuck on Sleeve Island for too long, which was good. Sorry, I just readjusted there because I was in an awkward kneeling sitting kind of position. So as I was saying, Caitlin Hunter is kind of a prolific knitwear designer at this moment in time. She's churning out amazing patterns. I really want to knit the Tecumseh. Thanks Corinne for telling me how to pronounce that. So the Tecumseh jumper, which has these lovely kind of chevrons and X's or crosses, I think, sporadically through them, which is really pretty. I'll insert a picture here. I also want to knit the Virgil tee. That's been in my make 9 for this year, but another few patterns have kind of crept in that I really want to knit instead. But yes, I love Caitlin Hunter's designs at the moment, and yes, I just need to get some yarn for some of them. The Tecumseh is a DK weight sweater, so I might try and wait until later in the year to kind of knit that. But I do have an idea of the colours I kind of want to do in it. I just need to find the yarn. So, finished object number 2 is my April socks, and I showed these last time. They were in progress. This is my Sweet Sparrow yarn, self-striping, deliciousness. Aren't they pretty? So these are Sweet Sparrow yarns in the ice cream shop colourway, and yeah, they're just so pretty. I was working on these at the Babbles retreat, so I knit these just in one long continuous tube and then cut in toes and heels. And that's knit out of a Sweet Sparrow mini as well. It is Robin's Egg. It's more blue, so the colours in the stripes are this pink, which I assume represents strawberry ice cream, this kind of minty green with brown flecks, which is mint chocolate chip, I'd imagine. The vanilla or cream colour, and then this brownie kind of caramel, which is probably chocolate or an ice cream cone or something, and it's just delicious. So yeah, when I was knitting on these, everyone was saying that they wanted ice cream, so Ice Cream Shop was perfect colourway name, Julie, well done. So these socks are done, and I love them. I really, really love them. I think they're so pretty and delicate. And pair number 4 for the year. Anything else to say about these? I knit these on 2.5mm high sharps, and I did magic loop. I was going to do 9-inch circulars, but I'm not 100% sold on them, and I just wanted a nice relaxing project to bring with me to the retreat, and this tube was definitely what got me through. Great chatting knitting. And it got long, really, really long, and people were concerned that I was going too far, but then I kindly advised that it was going to be 2 socks rather than 1. Yeah, so really happy with these. So that's finished object number 2. And believe it or not, I actually have a 3rd finished object as well. I did show this last time in my unfinished object segment. So I have finished one of my long time whips. I'm so excited. So I kind of got into a rhythm and a flow with this. I did take it out and try to knit on it at the retreat. However, I was on a lace section and I couldn't remember where I had stopped, and we were in a pub listening to trad music, and it just wasn't going. But once I got home, I just sat down, kind of read my knitting, looked at the chart, figured out where I was, and then that was it. I was ready to go, and the lace is so intuitive in it. So this is my Midsomer Haze cowl by Joji Locatelli, and I adore this. I'm going to try it on because I haven't actually tried it on. I haven't washed it yet, so it needs to be washed and blocked, but oh, it's so cozy. Oh, I love it. So here, I don't know if I'll come up closer with the lace once I take it off, but it's just a cowl, and it kind of comes down into a bit of a point, and then once I block it, I think it'll be a bit wider. Oh, it's so cozy. So the yarn is, I'll show this a bit more close. So the yarn is the Fawn and the Fox in her geode colourway. There you can see the colourway really clearly in the stockinette section with these garter ridges. And it is a single space, which is her wolf base, and then it comes down into these kind of triangle lace sections. Very, very minor lace, like nothing too stressful at all. And there is an option for fringe on this, but I don't think, I'm not too sure if I'll do fringe. I'm going to block it and see how it looks. It looks like a weird, cowls are an odd shape. So this is a tubey kind of one, and comes down into a bit of a point, but there's kind of points where all the laces end, all the lace points, so I could have fringe. It needs to be blocked and then we can see what we need to do. But yeah, I love this, and I love this yarn, this colourway. Oh, so nice, and I have loads left over. So I think I'm going to do, I'll show you what I think I'm going to do with this later. But yes, I'm so happy to have this done. This absolutely flew once I actually get going on it. I think the last time I showed it I was on the first repeat of the lace, so I was about halfway. So I was about here, I'd say. So I did all this in the last 2-3 weeks. So yes, this is going to get a bit of a bath later, and it's going to be great. So originally I was knitting this on Knit Pro Zings, and for the lace work, it was kind of kept catching, and the tips weren't sharp enough, so I switched to high sharps and I flew and loved every second of knitting this. So I was so happy that I dug this out of the unfinished object pile and now it is a finished object. Ah. Yeah, so that's that lace again and that colourway. It's like this mauvey, pink, browny beautifulness with black speckles. I love it. I love it. And the singles yarn, I didn't like it when I was working with it on the Knit Pro Zings and I wasn't too sold on it. It's too kind of fluffy and meh. But once I got it on the high sharps, it's a joy to work with and it's so soft and squishy and I love it. So here's the yarn in the skein. It looks kind of, it's more muted than in real life than it is shown up on camera. It's more pale kind of pink kind of colour. And the lovely Lara from the Fun Fox. Beautiful. So soft. Yes, so I'm going to use this with another colourway for a hat that I saw that Tristan from Dragon Hoard Yarns designed. It's like a brioche hat with the pussycat hats. And I'm going to do it with, I'm jumping all over the place. So I'm going to get a colour similar to this, which is a really deep purple kind of eggplanty colour. It kind of looks black, it just looks black here, but it is purple. I'm going to do these together in brioche. In little hat. And it's going to be so cute. And it will match my cowl, but not too matchy. And I'll be winter ready. Or summer ready in Ireland, who knows. Although we have good weather at the moment, it's actually miraculous. It was 22 degrees yesterday. I got a little burnt on my shoulders. It was great. Not great for skin damage, but great for a bit of warmth and vitamin D in the countryside here in Ireland. Yeah, so I'm rambling. So this is my third finished object and I love it. Flurry of activity, flurry of finished objects. Yeah, so I was busy this week. I was keeping this in my my emerald fibres bag. Sorry, Kira. Drawing a blank there. This is my origami ginger cats printed bags. And actually, I just recently seen that she had put up a post on Instagram that she might be bringing some of these printed bags back, because she had originally she had moved on to kind of doing embroidered, but I think she's actually going to go back and do some printed ones, perhaps for woolen. So can't wait to see. I have some pins on the handle here. So I have my Babbles pin and my Bear and Sheep clothing. The lovely Grace and Bernie, who I had the pleasure of retreating with at Babbles Retreat. So, works in progress. So I only have really one work in progress at the moment to show. I do have a few unfinished ones that I had mentioned last week, but I haven't made any progress on them, so it's just the one kind of new one that I have. I'd wound the yarn for it during the week, and it is also going to be part of, well, it's also my contribution to the woolen wardrobe cowl that's going on, being hosted by Diane of the Dublin Knit Collective and Emer, who's Inked and Crafty on Instagram, and I will put the information for that down below. So the rules are you knit something to wear for woolen out of either products by any of the woolen vendors, or designs by any of the woolen vendors, or any of the people giving workshops at woolen. So there's a wide array of things that you could possibly knit. So my entry is using Fine Fish Yarns, which is a dyer based in Ireland. Terry, she is vending at woolen, so I am knitting a shawl, and I am knitting the Exploration Station. So I will show you the progress I've made so far. I've only started it in the last couple of days, so yes, it is very purple. It's very me, and it's quite subtle. It's not very high contrast. I know it's a Stephen West pattern. I know he is all about the high contrast and mad bright colours, whereas this I think is very subtle, but I think it's showing very nice on camera, and it's purple and it's me, and I love purple. Yay, yay, yay. So here is my progress so far. So I'm still on section 1. I think there's 5 sections, so I have 2 weeks to hopefully get this done. Yeah. But I'm really enjoying knitting on it. I'll show you the yarns up close and personal now in a moment. So there's 4 colours used in this. So the colour this is my favourite of the 3 from Fine Fish Yarns. So I bought a trio of yarns from Terry at the Wool Folk, is it Wool Folk or Yarn Folk Festival? I always get this mixed up. The festival that's held up in Belfast in August. Last year was its first year. It's on again this year, so I will be attending. But this is, I bought a trio from Terry anyway, and this was one of the colours. There was no colourway names in this, so I don't know if this was like a one-off or if this is one of her signature colourways. But it's this beautiful purple with blues and pinks and really, really pretty colours in there. And then as well as that, there's this kind of muted purple, really light purple colour. And this looks quite like Maven, which I know is one of her signature colourways. So if you have Maven, this is quite close to this one. I have knit something out of Maven. I have a skein of Maven also. And then this is slightly, this one's they're quite similar, but they are different. So this one, I think it looks quite similar to Mist Fink, which is a colour she has also. But I may be wrong. They weren't named, so I'm not sure if these are one of a kinds or kind of not 100% correct for the colourway, but these were the 3 that came together. And when I saw this set, I just knew I had to have it because it's me. It is me in a set of yarn. And then I wanted to, so I wanted to use that in my exploration station, so I needed a I wanted a dark colour, so I got this. This is like, it's so dark. It doesn't look this, no, it's kind of hard to show. Maybe closer. Yeah, it's a really, really deep purple. It's Malabrigo sock in eggplant. And I love it. So I think that really breaks up the wedges, and the border will also be in this. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to the second section, which is the brioche section. I've never knit brioche before, so it'll be a new technique. Yay! So hopefully I can do it and don't get too bogged down, as I only have 2 weeks to get this done. 2 weeks to woolen, my god, that flew around. I remember talking about woolen at the start of the year. Now, let me preface this by saying this is one of the most prettiest bags I've ever owned. So this project is living in one of my project bags, obviously, and this project bag was made by Terry of My Cottage Number 9, who makes the most stunning project bags I think I've seen in a very, very long time. So you all need to go check that out. So now I'm going to show you because it is so pretty. Oh my god. Can you even? It's absolutely perfect. So this is a linen fabric with embroidered flowers and prettiness. Yeah, so I think both sides are quite similar. I think the only difference is on this one it's kind of purple, and on this side it's white. And then on the bottom is this really beautiful light periwinkle type blue, and like even just the details, so like the D-ring here is attached with the same blue, and up on the zipper just blue as well. And there's her tag, so my cottage number 9. Good sturdy zip, and inside is all lined with nice cream, so it's nice and solid and easy to find things if you lose them in there, like stitch markers and stuff, so they show up quite quickly. And it has a slightly box bottom, so it stands up, and it's just the most well made bag I've seen in a while, and it is stunning fabric and amazingness. So I'm not sure if she has any of this fabric left, but she has other stunning designs. There's a really innovative one with it's a drawstring with handles as well, that I know a few people have. I know Bernie from Bear and Sheep's Clothing has one, and Grace got one of them ones as well, I think, and they're beautiful, and it's beautiful kind of geometric triangle-y kind of fabric, which I love as well. It's so pretty. But I thought this was just very me. It kind of matches my wallpaper and life in general. And it's just perfect for this project. Like, it just matches so much, and it makes me so happy. So I'm loving this so much. So everyone needs to go out and check out Terry of My Cottage Number 9. I will link her down below, her Instagram. Just go check out that, because it is beautiful. And she's one of the nicest people I've ever met. She's so sweet and adorable, and I love her. So yeah, that is that. So I think that is all the knitty stuff. Oh, actually, my May socks, I'm a little bit behind. I have the yarn wound, I know what I want to do, but I don't know what pattern I want to knit. And this is in my Spooled Stories bag, these cute little birdies. They're so cute. So the yarn is Ellie and Ada. Laura of Ellie and Ada, and it matches my nails beautifully. I noticed this when I was winding it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, it's so matchy. So it's this kind of orangey, red, pink, yellow beautifulness. I've got them wound, ready to go, but I don't know what pattern I want to knit. So if anyone has any nice ideas of patterns, let me know down below. I don't really know what I want to do. But yeah, any ideas, let me know. So that these will be my May socks, and I'm a bit behind because it's already May 7th and I haven't started yet. So hopefully I'll cast something on with that in the next day or two, if I can figure out what pattern I want to knit. Yes. So I think I've chatted about the Babbles retreat kind of throughout the whole episode here. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing that's been going on the last couple of weeks. I travelled down on the train down to Tipperary. We were blessed with the weather. It was a beautiful weekend weather-wise, and yeah, I just got to meet some really lovely people from all over the world. Some people travelled from the UK. Some were from Dublin and Limerick, and from Belfast, and Corinne came from Detroit. Julia came over from Germany. Yeah, so it's just a lovely cozy group. I think there's 12 of us, maybe 13. A few people came down on the Saturday just for the day. And we had a nice big dinner that day, and some of the makers there brought some of their yarn and bags to sell, and it was super. So it was great to see some of their stuff, and yeah, it was really fun. The family actually that own the house are hilarious, Ruth, and they just kind of took such good care of us, and It was really great. So it was an absolute storming success by Grace. She organised it really well and she was the hostess with the mostess. And yeah, so I know she's hopefully organising another one, maybe for later in the year, but definitely for next year. And yeah, I'll be really anxious to go again because it was really, really good fun. Really relaxing and just nice to hang out with like-minded people, chat about knitting, like, because other people in your life don't really understand the knitting thing, so it's really nice to meet people who are just as interested in it as you are. So yeah, that was my first retreat and I really enjoyed it. So thank you, dear Grace, for organising it. And yes, I think that's about it for this week. So there's 2 weeks to go to Woolen. Well, 2 weekends. It's on the 25th and 26th of May. So hopefully I'll see some of you there. I'll probably record an episode before then. And yes, if you spot me, come over and say hello. If you're going, let me know down below. And we can maybe arrange to meet up and have a chat, and I can't wait. Yay! Okay, so I will see you all soon. Have a great time, whatever you may be working on, doing, etc, etc, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.